There is breaking news, I'm being told.
Here it comes.
Oh, no.
And my eyes see.
Breaking news.
Is this going to make me happy or upset me?
Well, it depends on your outlook of life, Rich. I know you're a glass half full guy.
I am.
Aaron Rodgers is still talking on Pat McAfee right now, but
Yes.
a lot of speculation. Dana Rossini had a report over the weekend that the Jets might think about either IRing Aaron or basically releasing him.
Daniel Jonesing him.
He didn't know if he wanted to play next year. Other teams could be options. He talked about that today with Pat.
As far as my future goes, I haven't told anybody in my life that I want to play in 2025 and not on the Jets. So that's 100% false. I actually said the opposite. I said that I'm going to wait and see what happens with at the end of the season, and if they want me back, and what happens with Brick, and what happens with the offensive staff, and obviously the GM at the time, and then they just fired Joe. There's a lot of things out of my control when it comes to that. But I've really enjoyed my time in New York. I mean, obviously we haven't had success that we've all wanted to have, but I've made some great friendships on the team. I've enjoyed living in Jersey. I've enjoyed time in the city. I've enjoyed getting to know the fans. And I came here to win here. So I'm not jumping off ship, I definitely want to play and not in New York. I don't even know if I want to play yet, but New York would be my first option.
Listen, I'm numb to the whole conversation at this point in time. But I'll say this, two things. One, let's see how the next 6 weeks look for him. We'll see what he looks like coming off a bye, just in terms of football-wise, because he just doesn't look like a healthy guy. Or you could say he looks over the hill and he's toast, which I know you and a lot of people share that opinion of watching him play. It doesn't help. A coach gets fired here, general manager gets fired there, and then all the other stuff that you hear. But there's got to be, I would think, a premium placed on anybody who wants to be around this franchise right now, because that might not even include the owner. Hey, I'm hiring a coach and I'm hiring a general manager and I'm leaving the country. Who wants to come and work for me? You know what I mean? Like, that's not the greatest pitch. And I'm somebody who just fired a coach in the middle of the season after reportedly wanting to bench somebody for not performing well in one game for us to drop to 500. I mean, like, if all of that stuff is true, and it's true that it's just been a terrible vibe in that building, who wants to be there? So Rodgers saying, I'd like to be here. I kind of like being around. And he mentioned Brick. He means Jeff Ulbrich. Yep. I would proffer to say hiring a coach who would keep Ulbrich around. Because Ulbrich walks, he might be the next defensive coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers, which is apparently what caused Woody wanting to keep him around. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what's true, what's not true. But what you read, it doesn't sound like a very fun place to work. And for Rodgers to sit here and say, I'll stay. The question is if he's really half of what he used to be, then he's pretty damn expensive for that. And if he's not there, Devontae Adams isn't going to be there. But starting with somebody who wants to be there is, I think, a good place to start. Am I wrong?
No, I think the line that concerned me when I heard that was he hasn't decided if he wants to play. And this is the same guy who said he went into his darkness retreat 90% retired. And
well, there was business to be done, and there's business to be done here as well. Like, there's money that's guaranteed, that's not guaranteed, that he wants guaranteed. Right. I mean, there's business at play just as everything else, which is why there's even conversation that they're going to sit him because they don't want money to be guaranteed. Mm-hmm. In the same way that Daniel Jones is currently looking for a new place of business for himself. So a lot of this stuff is business, and you can't blame anybody for trying to squeeze millions of dollars out of somebody. Certainly, if you find out that person was trying to bench you, And again, everything that gets ascribed to Rodgers as being, negative. What happened in the whole business that he ordered the code red on Saleh, and then we find out that Saleh saved his gig the day, 5 days before? How does that circle get squared? Which, to bring it a full circle, is why I'm numb to all of this. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.